Another day, another time where brands and influencers are unsurprisingly out of touch with reality.
Not to be a hater, but why does a person need a Poppi vending machine?
Spoiler alert, Poppi is still losing.
How is sending a $25,000 Poppi vending machine to an already rich influencer's house supposed to make me want to buy your product more?
Something with this generation, they do not like money. They want all their brands to do everything perfectly, but they don't want to spend any money for them to do it.
But to me, if someone is complaining about this, it literally just looks like you're so jealous.
Hi, Poppi. This is my official application to get a vending machine sent to my school.
As a female founder, we can always learn and do better.
That's not a good look for an influencer or for a full-blown company.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Poppi vending machine controversy. I wanted to wait until things died down so that I could take in all the different perspectives and think pieces. At first, and I have to admit this, I didn't really get why people were so upset. It seemed like a typical influencer marketing campaign, so I didn't understand why the backlash was so intense.
I get PR packages are really fun. I'm not going to dog on sending PR packages to influencers. What I am going to dog on is when it gets too extravagant, too much, and now it's like, it just feels very out of touch now, and I don't think it's doing what you think it's doing. This kind of stuff is not as like, oh my god, wow, I want to buy from this brand.
The more I looked into it, the more it became clear that this was a case of wrong place, wrong time, wrong everything. And based on all the videos and comments that I've seen, I've narrowed it down to 3 main reasons why people were upset. In my opinion, the first 2 are like the tip of the iceberg, while the third reason is really the iceberg itself. But we'll get deep into all of that later, so if you're interested in a topic like this, and without talking too much, then let's get right into it. Now, I don't know if including more diversity would have completely changed the reaction, but at the very least, it would have been one less thing for people to criticize. I tried searching, and it was honestly very hard to find many creators of color who received a vending machine. And the creators that I did find were Vidya.
We are getting ready for our Super Bowl party. First, I need a drink.
Obviously, from our vending machine.
Also, I just want to clear up the air. I don't get to keep this, you guys. I have to return this back. Poppi was kind enough to send a few of us influencers these vending machines so that we can host our Super Bowl party. Let's figure out what to drink.
I'm gonna get the cherry cola. Doop. Yes.
And then I also found Nabella, but she didn't show herself using the vending machine. She only showed when it was delivered and when it was set up.
Good. We gotta get.
And in case you're wondering, why does diversity even matter in a marketing campaign? You have to understand that Poppi is a brand that is sold in major retailers like Walmart and Target. They also have a huge social media presence and generally try to appeal to as many people as possible. So it just doesn't make sense that with all of their resources, they couldn't find a more diverse group of creators to include in this campaign. It might not seem like a big deal to some, but failing to be inclusive can do serious irreversible damage to a brand. Just look at what happened to the makeup brand Youthforia. When they were called out for their lack of shade range and a pitch black foundation, the backlash was so severe that influencers, fans, and even retailers distanced themselves. And the lasting effects of that backlash is still present today. Because despite having hundreds of thousands of followers from Instagram to TikTok, their social media engagement is practically non-existent, with an average post getting 30 likes and 5 comments. Of course, this isn't the exact same situation as Poppi, but it could have been. And this is just something they need to keep in mind for future campaigns because next time, it might not blow over so easily.
I don't see any Black influencers getting a Poppi vending machine delivered to their doorstep. But please, I hope I'm wrong and that I'm just not seeing it on my For You page. So comment below if you've seen any Black influencers get a Poppi vending machine delivered to their doorstep. I've only seen a lot of white influencers get them and do reviews.
People in the comments of this video started suggesting influencers they felt should have been included in the campaign, like Jackie Aina, Sierra, and Nikki from Clean Talk, since their content is similar to that of the creators who were chosen. And if random people in the comment section can name multiple diverse creators who fit the brand and have a strong following, then there's no reason that Poppi, with its entire marketing team and budget, couldn't have also thought to do the same. Jealousy is a human emotion just like happiness, sadness, or anger. But unlike those emotions, people rarely admit to feeling jealous because it's often attached to negativity. And when people do admit that they're jealous, it's often framed as something to be ashamed of. But in reality, jealousy itself isn't inherently bad, because the most important thing when it comes to jealousy is how you handle it. With that in mind, it's only natural that people would feel jealous of those who were able to receive the vending machines. There were plenty of comments openly admitting it, with people saying they wished it were them, whether it's because they love Poppi the brand, or they just love the drinks, or they just wanted the experience of receiving such a high-end gift, even if only temporarily.
Is it bad that I want a Poppi vending machine?
I'm currently in my fridge, but how the are people getting these Poppi vending machines? Like these huge vending machines full of Poppi. Like I've probably DM'd 5 to 10 influencers that have got it in PR, and I was like, I'll pay you X amount of money. Like, let me know what I have to do. Poppi, if you're putting them up for sale, please let me know. It will cure my depression. Not joking.
This makes me realize that it's not about Poppi handing out vending machines or gifting influencers. More specifically, it's about who exactly is receiving them. It's pretty well known that influencers are paid to promote brands, they get free products regularly, and now, on top of that, they are being gifted an entire vending machine while also getting to enjoy a Super Bowl experience. And unintentionally, it reinforces a pattern that people are tired of seeing. Those who already have the most keep getting more. We'll never know since it's already happened, but maybe, and just maybe, if the influencers chosen didn't appear to be a little bit wealthy or well off, and instead, the creators who were chosen had more humble homes and aesthetics, people may have seen it as a big brand that's giving back to regular people who just so happen to be influencers. But of course, that didn't happen, so optically, it just looks like another example of the rich getting richer. So now we have come to the real issue. The main reason this campaign was received so poorly. The state of the economy and people's financial struggles are likely the biggest factors behind the backlash. And this was why at the beginning of my video, I said that this was a clear case of wrong place, wrong time, wrong everything. Because right now, even the most basic necessities like eggs have skyrocketed in price, making it harder than ever for the average person to afford daily necessities.
This is crazy. When there are no eggs left at Walmart, the shelves are bare, but you can get happy eggs for $19.
On top of that, the state of politics is stifling, ever-changing, and people feel frustrated and helpless. And if it wasn't already clear that the rich are going to get richer, the former president left a very scary video message warning the entire country that the US is shifting towards an oligarchy, a system where wealth and power will become increasingly concentrated in the hands of a very few elite.
I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern, and that's the dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people, and the dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked. Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead.
All in all, what I'm trying to say is, it might not be an actual recession, but most people feel like it is. Now, Poppi as a brand, as well as the influencers they collaborated with, aren't responsible for the country's economic and political problems. And they are definitely not the only company who is spending big on influencer marketing. But the truth is, people are having a hard time and they are upset. And unfortunately, when they can't hold the people that they want to hold accountable, they'll turn their frustration towards whoever happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And Poppi just happened to launch a flashy marketing campaign at the wrong time, one that didn't sit well with most people. And when their direct competitor Olipop claimed that a single vending machine cost a staggering $25,000, it became the perfect outlet of people's already simmering frustrations to boil over. After all, while plenty of people are struggling to get by on $25,000 a year, Poppi was handing out vending machines for influencers to use for just one weekend. One of the biggest criticisms of this campaign was that instead of giving vending machines to influencers, Poppi should have donated them to people who actually need them, like teachers, underprivileged students, nurses, and firefighters.
I understand the reason why y'all giving those content creators, those vending machines, but can y'all send some of that to a teacher? To a school?
They taking these vending machines to people who need them, like hospital workers, first responders, teachers. So people are mad on why Poppi isn't sending vending machines to people like that instead of already rich and famous influencers.
This is my official application to get a vending machine sent to my school to honor teachers and just show a little appreciation.
And I find this quite interesting because usually when people call out a brand for their mistakes, they don't immediately suggest charity as a solution. So the fact that so many people are saying, why didn't Poppi just give this to people in need? It's a sign of just how tough financial times have become. And because there was such an outcry and a movement for the vending machines to serve a better purpose, a creator said that she reached out to Poppi personally to find a way to donate her vending machine to serve her local community.
I figured it was time to talk a little bit about the Poppi vending machine controversy as someone with a Poppi vending machine sitting in my garage. You guys did an incredible job holding the creators in this campaign accountable, asking them to check their privilege, and encouraging them to reflect the way that they're engaging with this brand. What that meant for this campaign is we accepted this machine, but we only loaded it about 2 drinks deep, just enough to get some fun, silly content. We then donated all of the additional merchandise that came with this machine to a local organization in our community. You guys have to understand that this is kind of a no-win situation. I wasn't gonna be out here before the fact being like, come with me to donate my Poppi. That's performative and weird and just not me. Over the weekend, I reached out to the team at Poppi to try and figure out a way that we could have this machine rehomed from our basement to Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Not only is Cincinnati Children's nationally and globally renowned, it's also a hospital that's meant a lot to us personally. Poppi is now working with all of the creators involved in this campaign to figure out a way to rehome these machines to local community-based organizations.
Now here is my unpopular opinion. Emphasis on my and emphasis on opinion. And this isn't directed at any of the creators or any of the comments suggesting charity because clearly people have good intentions. However, I do have to admit that I find it a little bit odd that giving away soda is being viewed as some kind of great charity.
Like, how about you donate the Poppi vending machine to a Title I school, or put it in a food desert where people can't afford Poppi?
Now don't get me wrong, if Poppi donates drinks to an event or provides free refreshments for underpaid teachers, nurses, or firefighters, that is a kind gesture. But realistically, people in struggling communities need way more than a vending machine filled with prebiotic soda. Schools need funding, hospitals need equipment, charities need financial support, and food deserts need actual food like fruits and vegetables, meat and dairy, and not an abundance of soda. So just giving drinks to people and calling it charity feels like a quick fix that doesn't actually address their needs. You also have to consider that even if these vending machines were donated to schools and hospitals, the drinks wouldn't last forever, and the vending machine would either have to become a business and charge people for every drink that they want, or after the initial supply is finished, Poppi would have to take the vending machines back. And both of these options would not have the intended purpose of being charitable. Not to mention, they would delay their backlash when people find out that they either took the vending machines back or are now charging people to use them. It was only a matter of time before the founder and CEO Allison would respond to all the backlash. And in her video, she did promise to find ways to support local communities and give back to the average consumers.
Okay guys, I've been hearing a lot of negativity, and so I wanted to get on here and chat with you guys directly. First of all, I want to say I hear you. And there's a lot of misinformation being spread out there by one of our competitors, from our plans to the price tag of $25K, which is not what it costs, and that is not true. Creator marketing has always been a staple of Poppi's brand since we launched in 2020. But I know that it's you, our community, that has been the biggest part of our success. And it's been a big passion of mine to get Poppi to as many people as possible. So after this weekend, as we've always done in the past and was always been part of the plan for all of our campaigns and all of our activations, it was always our intention to share these with you through marketing events, community pop-ups, and giveaways. These vending machines will be a part of the brand for years to come, and we want to work with you guys to get them out to the places you'd like to see them out in the world, right? So we hear you. So help us nominate your friends, your family, your favorite teacher's lounge, your sorority, your fraternity, whatever it is, wherever you guys want Poppi to show up, and let's get Poppi to the masses, because at the end of the day, we are a brand just trying to revolutionize soda for the next generation and bring joy to you guys through Poppi. So I appreciate you, and we hear you.
Her response was predictable, since there were already thousands of videos and comments outlining exactly what the public wanted to see from the campaign, which was to give back to regular people. And while the CEO and most influencers were being dragged online, the only one, at least to my knowledge, who managed to turn the potential backlash into something positive for herself and to some extent Poppi, was Avery Woods. And she did this by telling her audience up front that she'd be using her machine to appreciate first responders.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday. We were at our best friend's house. Poppi asked if they could deliver a soda machine for the Super Bowl party, and we said absolutely. As you know, our best friends are first responders as well as the majority of people in our life. So everyone coming today is a police officer, nurse, dispatcher, someone that makes a difference. We have so many amazing Poppis for them, and then Ashley brought the rest to work for all the nurses that are working on Super Bowl Sunday.
And because she tied it to something bigger, there were comments like, "This was the best way I've seen an influencer go about it," which had 14,000 likes, along with hundreds of other comments applauding her efforts. So I've already given 3 reasons why I think Poppi faced such backlash for this campaign. But when it comes to people wanting Poppi to be more charitable, I have a different theory for that. And my theory is that the backlash against Poppi was indirectly influenced by the Grammys. So creators started receiving their vending machines just days before the Grammys on February 2nd. And then at the actual Grammys award show, there was a big push for donations to support communities and businesses who were affected by the California wildfires, an effort that was generally praised by the public. And then after the award shows, for an entire week leading up to the Super Bowl, which was on February 9th, influencers were flooding social media with their Poppi vending machines. So think about it like this. People go from watching one of the most prestigious award shows where millionaires and billionaires spent the entire night donating to charity, and then you switch over to social media and you see a soda brand handing out flashy, neon pink vending machines to already wealthy influencers like Jaclyn Hill and Jake Shane. It just makes me wonder if the contrast between the Grammys' charitable efforts and Poppi's over-the-top gifting made the brand seem out of touch in comparison, which pushed people to unintentionally expect Poppi to do something as meaningful as the Grammys. Trying to please a diverse audience will never be easy. People know that Poppi is a multi-million-dollar brand with hundreds of employees. But the way that they've marketed themselves as a personable, community-driven brand that's fronted by their CEO, Allison, it makes them feel more like a friend rather than a corporation.
Oh my god, it's happening! Poppi is in a Super Bowl commercial right now. I'm freaking out!
Okay, Saquon Barkley walking into the big game with Poppi in hand. We all know who the real MVP is. Most valuable, Poppi. Hey, guess what? Did you guys hear? Did you hear?
Yes.
Did you hear?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, guess what, you guys?
And I don't even blame their audience for seeing them that way, because they've taken it a step further by selling merch. Something you'd expect from a lifestyle brand or a content creator and not a soda company. This only deepens the parasocial connection with consumers, which is why when something goes wrong, the backlash is intense and people know exactly who to hold accountable. Loyal customers viewed Poppi as a niche and almost indie brand, but this social media campaign changed that perception, because this campaign made people realize that Poppi isn't just a small community-driven company, it's a major player with serious marketing power. And that becomes even more clear when you look at how much they've invested in traditional forms of marketing, becoming the official drink partner of the NBA Lakers, running multiple Super Bowl ads, and hiring top influencers like Alex Earl and reality stars like Rob from Love Island for their campaigns. But if you notice, those campaigns didn't spark any backlash, even though they likely cost millions more than a few vending machines and some free drinks. This tells me that the issue isn't about how much Poppi is spending, it's about where and how they are spending it. People often expect traditional marketing to be expensive, flashy, and larger than life. But when it comes to social media marketing, it's supposed to be the complete opposite: accessible, relatable, and organic. This is why when Poppi, a brand that is known for being relatable, suddenly shifts to overproduce social media campaigns, it creates a noticeable disconnect with its intended audience. Basically, fans don't want to see traditional marketing tactics forced into social media spaces, because it changes the relationship between brand and consumer, turning what once felt like a relatable brand into just another big business that puts profit over customer satisfaction. Beyond just a marketing campaign that didn't land properly, Poppi has bigger issues that go beyond failing to connect with its audience. For one, influencers have pointed out inconsistencies in how the brand treats its PR recipients. A creator named Lewis mentioned that while he's received PR from Poppi before, the quality was noticeably lower than what other influencers got, which suggests that there's a tiered system where some creators get better treatment than others.
Now, I've received PR from Poppi, but I received it for all of about 2 months, and what I received was never equivalent to what other influencers received. I would receive a box with a few busted cans where these people are getting these extravagant, beautiful things. Jackets, bags, coolers. I did not get that, so it's very clear that Poppi has a tier system based on who you are. But if I was Poppi, I think you guys really need to reevaluate your strategy, because it is not a good look, and I promise you, this will not go away. People will keep talking about this because you're going to keep treating people like they are lesser than other people.
Then there's Trisha Paytas, who a month before this whole vending machine saga started, said that Poppi had sent her an entire PR box just to give her some merch and a single can of soda.
Hi! Oh my gosh, what is this?
So, Poppi has something special
Wow, I'm scared.
All right.
Is something gonna jump out?
Here.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Okay.
All right, so in order to open this up, we're gonna need the magic word. Rhymes with waste.
Taste. Ah, I got it. Whoa! Oh! What?
So this is introducing. Only got 5 grams of sugar. It's prebiotic.
Oh my god! What's prebiotic?
It's like probiotic.
Okay.
It's very similar. They work slightly differently in your gut, but
Okay.
they're both very good for you.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
So we've got cute boxes for our
my
soda,
God.
dramas and loungewear.
Oh my god!
And then finally, so we have one of everything for you there.
Oh my gosh!
Sets for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you!
So
wait,
welcome.
this is so cute. There it is. Yay, thanks, Poppi. They said they had a special delivery, and I was just like, I didn't expect this. I guess that's why they said to be home.
On her podcast, Trisha said that she didn't post this video initially because the whole interaction just felt awkward, especially the moment when the employee couldn't answer what prebiotics were, which is odd because prebiotics is a major selling point of Poppi. Poppi has to be careful and take these criticisms into consideration Because if more creators speak up in the future, it could destroy the brand image that they've worked so hard to build.
Oh my god, so Poppy just wanted to bring you this. It's our new prebiotic drink, vanilla cream.
What's a prebiotic?
It's like a probiotic. Yeah.
Is this mine?
Oh, we have like your stuff over there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna need that hat back. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we have your stuff over there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks,
Sure.
Trisha.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Let's go.
But the brand's problems don't just stop at PR. Last year, Poppi was hit with a class action lawsuit over misleading health claims. The lawsuit alleges that Poppi markets itself as a gut-healthy soda, but doesn't provide enough fiber to provide any real benefits.
Poppi is being sued for BS marketing claims. So Poppi supposedly combines fruit juice, apple cider vinegar, and prebiotics to help beneficial bacteria grow in your gut. But how much of this is actually true? Because this lawsuit is alleging that Poppi has misrepresented the beverage's gut health benefits, saying that 1 can of Poppi only contains 2 grams of prebiotics, which, according to the suit, is way too negligible to reap any sort of benefits.
Poppi is being sued by a former customer over their gut-healthy soda claims. The customer lawsuit alleges that Poppi drinks only contain 2 grams of fiber from inulin, which isn't sufficient to provide any of the health benefits for your gut. The lawsuit cited research where subjects consumed 7.5 grams of agave inulin a day for 3 weeks and didn't experience any of the prebiotic benefits. The plaintiff argues that one would have to consume at least 4 Poppis a day for the purported digestive benefits, which would then be negated by the sugar and stevia consumption. Poppi have removed gut-healthy slogans on their cans in response, but declined to comment on why. While Poppi and similar low-sugar, gut-friendly sodas may be healthier than traditional sodas, they are still ultra-processed drinks that do not replace the need for whole fruits and vegetables in your diet. Furthermore, they're still sold in aluminum cans that contain a plastic lining and have natural flavors. Natural flavors bypass the FDA's pre-market safety approval review process because the producers recommend them as generally recognized as safe for their intended use. Natural flavors are permitted to be 80 to 90% synthetic, which is misleading to you as the consumer.
There is clearly a bigger issue when it comes to the healthy soda space, where brands like Poppi, Olipop, and Coca-Cola's new creation, Simply Pop, all market themselves as better-for-you alternatives when there are still so many questions about how effective their ingredients are. At the end of the day, Poppi's backlash isn't just about a bad influencer campaign. It's about broken trust. Fans no longer see the brand as authentic, and with questionable PR tactics, a pending lawsuit over misleading claims, and increasing competition in the alternative soda space, Poppi isn't just facing criticism, it's facing a real threat to its reputation and longevity. And with that being said, this does bring me to the end of my video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. These are just my thoughts, and I'd love to know yours down in the comment section below. Remember to like this video, it really helps with the algorithm, and if you enjoyed this one, then kindly check out some of my other videos and subscribe for more content on the way. Again, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next video.